as we've stressed throughout the evening, it is farewell to the Bears here at Carrara tonight after 6 years. And they've been 6 pretty eventful years, one way or the other. Let's take a look back over that time now with reporter Bill McDonald.
The Bears were born into the then VFL in 1986, a licence issued to a consortium headed by Melbourne actor Paul Cronin and the Queensland Australian Football League.
It is my very great pleasure to announce the club emblem. It is the Bear, and the team will be known as the Brisbane Bears.
Soon after, the elation turned sour when entrepreneur Christopher Skase became the major bankroller for the Bears, squeezing out the QAFL. Skase ultimately shunned the state's capital and based the Bears at Carrara Sporting Complex on the Gold Coast.
The QAFL sits alone and in isolation.
In 1987, the Bears won their first ever match in the VFL against North Melbourne under foundation coach and former Hawthorn champion Peter Knights. A crowd of more than 20,000 eager fans turned out to see if they could repeat the success in their first Carrara home game against Fitzroy in round 4.
Graham Osmond swooping through from 45 metres out. Nice looking kick from Graham Osmond.
It wasn't to be, but one round later, the Bears tasted their first victory at Carrara over Melbourne. The club's first Queensland player, Tony Beckett, set up the winning goal.
The match wasn't over until the dying seconds. A brilliant goal to Peter Banfield on the run, and the Bears win their first home game by 5 points.
2 goals to Peter Banfield.
Fielding a team of VFL cast-offs, the Bears finished 13th in their inaugural year and failed to improve on that the following year, despite the addition for a record transfer fee of goal-kicking star Warwick Capper.
A snap. Nobody back there. It's through for a goal.
By 1989, tension was mounting. Skase wanted quick results. There was interference at the selection table. Coach Knights was told to select certain players regardless of form.
There's not a lot of football people at the very, very top. And, you know, when you need to talk to people about different things that are happening or not happening, very frustrating to talk or try and talk about things such as that when they just don't understand football.
It was a recipe for disaster. Meantime, though, night football was just around the corner. A $5 million lighting system was erected, and on July 15, Carrara exploded in a blaze of colour. Geelong spoiled the party, though, with a 74-point hiding, a loss that sparked the greatest upheaval in the Bears' short history.
A decision was made to terminate Peter Knight's position as senior coach.
I just didn't really realise what was happening at that stage, I suppose. It was just a total shock, and I was just taken by total surprise, and I guess I just couldn't realise that it was happening at that stage, and I guess I just wanted to try and talk to Paul Cronin about it, and just try and find out some reasons, but unfortunately I didn't get too many of those.
Knight's emotional sacking also saw a wave of resignations in protest as former North Melbourne player Paul Feltham stepped in as replacement coach.
The basic principles of football don't change. I think what happens is it goes up a gear related to the pressures applied by your opposition.
Shocked into action, the Bears won 5 of their last 7 games to finish 10th on the premiership ladder, their best ever finish in a season. But worse was yet to come. The collapse of the Skase empire threatened the Bears' very existence. The start of the 1990s saw local businessman Reuben Pellerman rescue the club from almost certain extinction.
There's no Skase. I'm sorry for Cronin, but we are new. We're taking over the contract entirely.
Another local, Norm Dare, replaced Feltham as coach, but the beleaguered Bears managed only 4 wins and collected their first wooden spoon. In 1991, Carrara welcomed its 4th coach in as many years, former Carlton Premiership ace Robert Walls.
I'd like to think that perhaps I'm encouraging all coaches anywhere and anywhere to, if you love the game, will be prepared to have a crack at it. It doesn't matter if the team's on the bottom of the ladder or top of the ladder.
But the season was the Bears' worst on record, 3 wins for back-to-back wooden spoons, although the reserve grade became the first team outside Victoria to win an AFL premiership. This year, after adopting a youth policy, there has been little to smile about. But Carrara erupted in round 5, the Bears holding last year's grand finalist, the West Coast Eagles, to a thrilling draw.
There's the siren, now he knows. The kick after the siren and time for the young man. Ray Wins has done it.
Big and bold, every visiting team knows what a tough taskmaster Carrara has been. Tonight, the Bears leave their first home, bound for a brighter future back in Brisbane. Fond memories of Carrara etched in their minds.